Hi, hello, and welcome to GRB Crochet. My name is Jackson, and I'll talk to you about anything and everything crochet, knitting, and fiber arts related on this channel. Since this is my first ever video, my first ever vlog video, I'll kind of just tell you what this channel is going to be about, why I'm doing it, and all that fun stuff. So, essentially, I just want to start this because I love watching crochet YouTubers and just anything crafty. I've been crocheting for probably like 2 years now, and knitting just a little bit of that time. I haven't done anything crazy. I sew a little bit. I want to get into cross stitch and all the other fiber crafts because I just think they're fun. And I want to make this channel kind of vlog style, day in my life, market prep, because that's kind of what this video will be. I'm just trying to make some stock, cozy yarn stuff. I'm not really sure. We'll see. Also, I kind of want this to be like video journal for college, because I'll be starting as a freshman in college this fall, which is exciting and both nerve-wracking. I mean, it's not like I'm going to a really far college, so it's not that big of a deal, but still, I'm just like dying. But anyways, a little bit about this week's video. It's currently like 10 o'clock at night. I'm kind of tired, but I want to wind down and more literally wind up some yarn to just relax. And because I have these big fat skeins of plush yarn and they're driving me crazy in their current state, so I want to fix that and wind it. I already wound one of the balls that I've been using, and I unfortunately had to buy a whole new yarn winder because last night when I originally tried to wind this yarn, it just broke. I didn't even get the yarn attached to the winder, it just broke. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I just went to Hobby Lobby today and bought a new winder because it was only like 15 bucks. And I had the other one since I started crocheting. It's about 2 years. So, I mean, it's not that bad. But anyways, I might show you the yarn before I start winding. Kind of get some space set up. I don't know if you can see, but we're going to use this nightstand to wind yarn because I don't have a very great setup in my room. I do have a desk, but there's so much crap on it, I don't want to move it. So we're going to use this, and I'll clear some space off so at least the winder will sit on it and you guys can see. And then we'll do a little reveal of how the yarn looks winded, and yeah. So let's get over to that. Excuse this mic placement. I don't really know where to put all this right now, but I have all the yarn down here in front of me. I'm going to show you. This is a skin tone shade of the Loops and Threads Petite Pearl. I don't know the color name, but it's like the medium color shade I got for 3 balls of skeins. And I did already wind this. This is partially used, but it wasn't like heavily used. It was maybe like the rest of this, like if these were too full, if you get what I'm saying. There's this one that's wound, so that's good. I have this darker shade of the same yarn. It's pretty chocolatey, so I'm sure it's something to do with that. But for some reason, this one just feels the softest out of the 3 that I got. I don't know why. That more beige tan was a mess before it was wound, so that took forever to wind because it was really tangled. And I had to get it in the store because I was the only one at the time in the store. So I was like, okay, whatever. But that's why I wound it. And then I haven't even taken the label off this one. As you can see, it is the Loops and Threads Petite Pearl. This name is, oh, it's just numbers. But I'll put the colors on the screen for all 3 of those if you're interested. I don't remember how much I paid. I might put that on the screen. If anyone cares. These are all 100% polyester. They're pretty great and like okay for what I'm doing because it's just for skin tones on plushies. And now that I'm looking at it, I think this is kind of light. But I'm actually making LABUBU plushies. I know, don't yell at me, okay? But like everyone's going crazy over them, so I'm like, well, I can just make my own because like I think they're pretty cute, honestly. I do have my own. I did not buy it. I didn't steal it. It was given to me. Okay, it's the blue one. I don't know the names of them, but yeah, I have the blue one. So I've been trying to make my own. When I make it, well, not this yarn. I use like 2 strands of like skinny chenille off of, I don't even know what brand it is, but it's probably like an Amazon brand or something. And I just use 2 strands of chenille to where I can use an 8mm so I can make like big LABUBUs. But I'm also using just yarn like this. I don't know if you can see it. It's like pastel rainbow. Pretty neat, pretty soft. And this and the next one I'm going to show you is the Baby Bee Soft and Snuggly Flamingo. Pretty cute. Hobby Lobby, obviously. It is 100% polyester as well. But this is really soft and it's really pretty when I work it up. But I've been using this to make like actual size LABUBUs, just in kind of fun colors and designs. I haven't worked out how to make the smaller versions with the chenille yarn that I have yet, but that's for a different video, a different day, whatever. So there's this one that also needs to be wound. And then from this last yarn, I also haven't taken the skein off of it, the label off of it. It's the same Baby Bee Soft and Snuggly. It's called Daffodilly Silly. Yeah. And it's a rainbow also. There's no like orange or blue, but it's kind of got like a heathered look. I was gonna say it's like colors speckled with white, but it's honestly the other way around. And I thought those two would be kind of cute for like secret LABUBUs or whatever. So yeah, those all need to be wound. I'm gonna wind them with extra yarn. This yarn winder from Hobby Lobby. As I said, I had to go buy a new one today because this part, when I started turning it, it just wasn't moving. It just stopped. And I think what happened is there's a hooked part that connects this turning to this moving. It came out of place somehow. I don't know. Whatever. So let's move on to winding some yarn in a quiet little montage. Okay, so I wound up yarn. Minus one, I didn't do this pale one because it is 11:30 now, and I'm tired. All the skeins are giving me issues, but I'll kind of go through the yarns again. But literally every single one was tangling like every 2 seconds. And it's probably because I was doing centerfold. That's just how I like to do it. But really that beige one was giving me the most trouble. But I know it was already wound before I came on here, so it's whatever. So whenever I get time to do this one, maybe in this video, I'm not sure, I will wind this one. Hopefully it goes smoother, but yeah. So here is the dark brown. For some reason, I was able to get it all just in one skein, unlike the beige or the tan. I don't know if I just wound it tighter or if I actually used more of it than I thought when I made the first LABUBU plushie I made. I don't know, but there's that. Then we have the last one I caked up, the Daffodilly Silly. It is honestly giving me like gummy worms, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's like very odd, but it's the like closest, I think, true rainbow they had, but it's not even a true rainbow. This one is more of a true rainbow, even though it's pastel, the Flaming Glow, and it is honestly very, very pretty. It kind of gives like iridescent or opalescent, I don't remember the difference. Here's a picture or definition of the difference between those two words, but it's giving one of those whenever you actually crochet with it, because the color changes, they're not like too fast, but they're like kind of gradual when you do like single crochets, so it works out very pretty. So those were all 4 yarns that I caked up. It honestly just took a while because I was having to stop and tug at both ends of the yarn to try and get it to not tangle. And every time, not every time, but most of the time when I would stop, the yarn would just literally fly off the winder. I don't know if you saw a clip of that or not, but it happened a few times, mainly with this yarn. But that is it for Monday night. I will catch you guys another night this week. Hello, it is Tuesday, about 8 o'clock. I got ready for work. So, yeah. I took a shower. Nothing special. I grabbed all the things I needed, like my iPad and my yarn that we wound last night to work on after work today. So, yeah. When you see me next, it'll either be a work clip or me at my boyfriend's house, because I always go there after I work and then I use the rest of my day there. So, see you then. I'm making a quick pit stop because I got notice that my new glasses were done, so we're gonna run and do that. Might show you how they look like on after I get them. But yeah, I'm doing that, and then I'm gonna go back to work. And yeah, I'll catch you later. Okay, so I'm at my boyfriend's house now. It's a little bit after work, but I had to take a nap. But now we are going to work on the mini LABUBU with the yarn that we kicked up. All I have so far is the head, and it's about the size of a normal LABUBU. But I do just want to quickly show what the big LABUBUs look like. This one obviously isn't finished, but they're about double the size of a LABUBU. So yeah, I will put the name on screen of who I originally did the pattern from for making LABUBUs. But I'll be honest, I modified the pattern so much that it is not the same as that pattern. So just letting you know. I might write a pattern, but I am by no means a pro at that. I have never written a pattern. I'm more of just like do it and figure out how myself. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna do a little montage of that. So yeah.
But like the same thing what happened with my Mandalorian, like I wanted him to have a bunch of items, but like in the show, the Beskar thing, his spear explodes before he gets this thing, so why would he have both at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
I see.
Continuity. And like Albanese gummy worms are good, but sour gummy worms are better.
I
And
agree.
especially from Troll.
Yeah, I agree.
I have a trolley hat, did you know that?
I did not know that.
I wonder if it's over here in the closet.
Okay, hello everyone. It is Tuesday still. It's about 9:20. And as you saw in the last few clips, we did finish the body and everything for the mini Labubu, or normal size Labubu. I'm not sure if I'm going to call it mini or what. I do still need to add like the hands and the feet and ears, but tonight I'm going to try and put the face on it. I have my Labubu for reference, so I base it off that. Also, like, sorry for the lighting in this video. I'm in a lot of different places a lot of the time, and I know right now this isn't the most flattering or anything. Also, peeped in the glasses. I love thick, big frames, and my prescription is honestly abhorrent. So they're kind of thick, even though they're still like slimmed down. But whatever, I'm getting used to them. Anyway, so yes, we did get the mini Labubu done. Actually, quite cute. And it's honestly the same exact size as a normal Labubu. The face shaping is a little more rounded than I would like and smaller. Like, I might change it when I do another one. I don't know. I'll probably go less of a round on this outer part. And I don't know, maybe just slip stitches right here instead of single crocheting. I don't know. I don't know. But this isn't bad. To make the face, I usually start by making the nose because that's like the center. I'm just going to use some random cotton yarn. It's probably like a 2 weight. It's not very big. So yeah, I'm going to sew that on. And for the eyes, I'm going to do felt. And I have the eyes cut out for the big one. And I'll probably hot glue them on too once I do like the faces and everything. And then we can decorate them. And then probably tomorrow we will finish making everything for the mini Labubu and the very last touches on the big Labubu, which is like the eyebrow parts, since you know they're like raised. So we'll be making this part out of crochet, and I'll probably just hot glue that on too. Oh, and all the teeth. I have to make the teeth. The teeth are gonna be so tiny on the small one. It's fun. So yeah, I'll show you some clips of me sewing that on. But yeah. Okay guys, I did finish off both of them kind of off camera. I just colored the eyes, the teeth, and I colored the eyes. I put the little highlight and the blush. Here's the big Labubu. Focus. I don't know if you can tell, but there's some glitter in the eye. I put the blush and stuff. Like I said, I'll put the like eyebrow part on tomorrow, and I'll try and get all the ears done for that. And then here is the mini Labubu. Very cute. I just use acrylic paint for the little highlight. I guess I could use another piece of felt, but I don't know. I think for the next Labubu, like mini Labubu, I will make that face hole bigger because I don't know, guys. Like, I think it looks okay. Just, I know it can be better, so I want it to look as best as it can. It just needs to be a little bit bigger in the face, but everything else I like. And I need to make all the appendages for this guy, but then it's all done, and it's ready for that market on this Saturday. So I'm hoping they sell well. I'm sure they will. I'm gonna try and make a second one. I just feel like they take me so long, because they do. But yeah, that is it for tonight. So it is Thursday night. I didn't know crocheting at all yesterday. It was not a good day. But today, yeah, what was it? Yeah, today we did finish the little Labubu, put the ears and everything on, put her on there, got the hands and feet on there, and I made pattern adjustments for that. I was gonna do the big one, but I tried doing it kind of like this one, and I don't know, I didn't like it. And I still don't really like how this one looks. I think it's the face. Something about the face. I don't know. I think the eyes need to be smaller. I don't know if I said this already, but I do just like need to go down one row when I do this outer part because I think it's too much. I feel like more of the face should be out of it. I tried my best on the ears. I had a vision and it wasn't working, so I did my best. They are stuffed a little bit. It's just I use like the tail ends of me making them for that. But honestly, I think he's pretty cute. And for the first one of this size, it's okay. I just hate how long these things take me. As I said, I did try and make the ears for this one already, but I put it on and they're a little too like, short. They needed to be taller proportionately for this. I think the ears need to be like as long as a leg, in my opinion. Then also I need to make the little eyebrow parts. I did at Michael's today get this Gorilla fabric glue because I was gonna try and not use hot glue on the face anymore and maybe use like fabric for the teeth. Like I have a Cricut machine. I don't remember which one. But I got some white fabric and I have a bunch of vinyl. So I'm like maybe I can use that. I don't know. I would have to do more playing around with it, which means making more LABUBUs. But I got this to use instead of hot glue. And also while I was at Michael's, there was clearance shelves and their diamond art paintings were 70% off, so I kind of impulsively bought one. So maybe do a video on that. I'm not sure. I keep watching diamond painting videos on YouTube while I work. So yeah. So for tonight, I'm gonna try and finish this big Labubu so I can give it to the person who needs to go to. And so I can kind of take like listing photos. I need to take photos of this one and the little one. And yeah. So let's cut to me working on that. So I just finished both of those, or one of those. I put on the ears. I think they're pretty good. I just sewed on the like center part instead of like stitching it like how the other one was. Because when I would do it that way, it was just too thick in the center, and I didn't like it. And I did put on the little eyebrow parts. Okay, I thought I got some of the glue on the face. But I just glued these down because I didn't feel like sewing them on. So, sue me. Sue me. But it's pretty easy. The glue like wants you to do like wait overnight for it to fully dry. So I'm gonna do that. And I like made sure to like press hard on it for it to stay. But they are both done. Like, look at the size difference. Pretty cute. I still think I have things I want to change on the pattern and like play with, but it's like the playing with and everything is what takes it so long. Because the more and more I look at a normal LABUBU, the more and more I'm like, they're not the same, like at all. But I mean, is that the point? I don't know. I don't know. But honestly, I think I need to make this part come down more, at least on the big one. And for both of them, I do want, like on the LABUBUs, they kind of just have straight up and down legs, but on these ones they're like apart and like curved in. So I kind of want to change it on that. And I know these are more furry. It's like you can't really see what's going on, but with the chenille I got, you can like see everything. I don't know. Just things. At least I got them done. That's all I care about. I'm hoping the other things, like the coasters I put into the market, will sell more. Maybe that little LABUBU will sell, because that's the one that's going in the market. And yeah. So, I'm signing off for tonight. That's it. Our week is pretty much done. It's almost Friday. I don't have anything planned for Friday. I should get my Michael's package in because I ordered all the yarn for my coasters, some Halloween stuff like Halloween coasters, and more things for LABUBUs. So maybe with that, I don't know. Next clip you see, it'll probably be me talking about what sold, if anything sold at the market, how much I made, yada yada. So yeah. Bye. So nothing sold at the market today. It's currently Saturday at like 9 o'clock. The market where I had all my things at ran from 11 to 3, I believe. And we went in there for a little bit, like right as it started. And it was like really busy, like really busy. But it was in like such a small area, and like, oh my gosh, I felt so claustrophobic just like being in there like as a customer, just like looking, because I wasn't like actively running the booth or anything where my stuff was. Someone else was running it, and I just had things in there. But yeah, and also like I understand. I honestly wasn't like expecting anything to sell. Now, one thing did sell, but it wasn't to like a customer of the market. The person who was running the booth where my stuff was at, they had bought the Summer Vibes set of coasters to use on their booth while they were at the market, but I'm not going to really count that. It's also the same person that bought the big LABUBU from me, that blue one we were working on. That was for them. So yeah. So I guess if you want to count that, you can count that if you want, but I'm not. So I still have all 6 sets of the Coral Reef coasters and 4 now sets of the Summer Vibes. Though those will be changing. I don't know. I might just discount these existing ones just to like get rid of them, because I got all my yarn in for like my coasters and whatnot and upcoming projects Friday. So I'll do a little yarn haul in probably the next video you'll see. So we're gonna go through that, but 3 of the yarns in that crochet set have changed because they just didn't look cohesive because they were different yarns. They weren't the same like variegation. And one of them I literally like had to manually do the color changes. I just kind of want to show you. It's this. I had to manually change this purple one because there was not a variegated purple that was like the loops and threads from Michaels, like how they have their ombre yarn, like how this blue is. It's kind of like checkered almost, or it's just like two different colors in it that's variegated. There was not one like that at Michaels in store or at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby cottons are just weird in my opinion. So this one and the green one in this set currently are both variegated like this, and they're more variegated than the loops and threads. But when I got all my yarn in this Friday from Michaels, I actually got the purple, the green, and like the reddish pink from loops and threads so that they'd all look the same. For the other set, it does have a mix of Hobby Lobby and loops and threads because those colors work together, and I thought it looked better. And like, I don't know, all solids or majority solids. Because I know there's 3 in the set, then there's the one with like all 3 colors. And I got the 2 like more variegated ones from Hobby Lobby. Those worked, but these other ones I didn't like it. I know other people probably wouldn't care, but I don't know, I just do. Anyways, I got that yarn. So I don't know if I'm gonna discount the existing ones I have or just sell them as is and maybe put a disclaimer, I don't know. I did set up Whatnot and Etsy, not completely, because I don't have like my ID, like my official, it's still like coming in the mail. So I can't yet. But hopefully by the next video or so it will be. So I will be selling on those 2 platforms on Etsy and Whatnot. I will put those down below. So yeah, see me on there if you want. But anyways, I didn't do a whole lot of crochet today because we went to that market where I had my stuff, and then we went to another local market that happens like every other Saturday, every something Saturday of the month, whatever. And it was hot outside, really hot, and I kind of got sunburnt. If you can tell, I can't do heat, guys. I Let me show you something I got at that second market. It is peppermint chocolate milk mix. Guys, this was so delicious. And they had like 5 different flavors, I think. So it was this one, normal, obviously. Um, they had a peanut butter one, I think a cinnamon roll one, and something else. I don't remember what it was. But like, this was delicious. And they told me it like also works good with like non like cow milk, so like the nut milk and everything, which I like because I don't know, I just don't like drinking normal milk anymore. I know, but that was really cool. I didn't see much crochet there. I think it's like the same kind of vendors every time because it's like a big area and there's probably like 40, 50 something vendors, including like food trucks and whatnot. And a lot of the people like look kind of the same since the few times I've been there. But there was only like maybe 1 or 2 crochet specific. Not even. There was one that was exclusively like crochet and like knitwears. There was another one. They sold like dog accessories, and they had some like crochet plushies and whatnot. There wasn't really anything there. I was also like, I did not feel good when I was there. Back to what I was trying to say. I feel like I got off topic. I was going to show you kind of what was in the market. Obviously, the 2 coaster sets and the little LABUBU. He did not sell. I was very sad. But when I was there, I did see lots of people like, oh my gosh, there's a little LABUBU. So yeah, I did start making a second one today with this lighter shade yarn. The center pole, I was having issues finding it, so it kind of just all came out at once. I'll probably wind this after I do what I need to tonight after I film. And I was gonna make the fur and everything out of the daffodilly silly. I don't know how to feel about this like colorway. I wish it was just more like rainbow. But with a name like daffodilly silly, what can I expect? You know. I did also had these bandanas that I kind of just like forgot that I even had. But I was gonna kind of show you those really quick. These are all of these but one, and it'll be clear which one are the what is it? Lime brand ice cream yarn. I don't know. I mean, I know Joann's doesn't exist, but the Lime brand as a brand exists. And I'll put probably the color name on screen when I show these. And I have some more skeins of it, like in my stash that I was just gonna make a whole bunch of bandanas with. And these also have my cute little tag. I don't know where they are. Probably tucked away somewhere. But there's that one with purple. Very cute, very cute. And then this one was just, um, I think, I think it was the Hobby Lobby like Crafter's Secret acrylic, but it's just the red and yellow from that. So unfortunately, none of my items sold, but you know, that's okay. I didn't expect any sales anyway, so. But that was my first vlog. And I totally would have like showed you guys what the market looked like inside, but there was just no way. It was too dark. I felt bad because there was like two different rooms. The second room was like well lit and everything, and you could see everything properly. But the first room, it's like if you just had like fairy lights on the ceiling, and that was the only source of light besides the front entrance door with the sun coming in. So I was kind of disappointed, but whatever. Plans for next video will most likely be yarn haul and making up stock. So get excited to see that. That is all I have for you guys. So I wish you guys well. Like the video if you like what I did. Subscribe if you want or not. And yeah, bye guys.